Or explain to us what you saw or felt on the perfect hit over the middle.
Just, a nasty hit. But thank God I was able to come back in the game, finish the game. Anytime you come in here, they call it the jungle. It's going to be some hard hitting, some plays that could be challengeable as far as the calls. But I was grateful to get back up and come back in.
You feel like that was beyond the limit of the rules?
I don't know. I couldn't really see how he hit me, but I felt it. But I was able to, get back up and finish the game.
And Antonio, could you talk about the touchdown? When you saw their coverage, did you think you could hit it?
Oh, we had the perfect play call. Those guys was in zero coverage. I knew when I came in and motioned down and the corner backed up, I knew we had the opportunity for a catch and run.
How big was the block by Justin?
It's a great block.
What was the confidence level of you and the offense going on the field for that last drive?
Well, we had 3 timeouts left. We've been in that situation an awful lot, and I knew we was going to do it.
Ben said that he had to go away from his first option a lot today. How tough was it or challenging was it for you to stay in the moment and wait for this opportunity?
Well, it's been a patient game for me all year. And Ben tell me all the time, just stay with him. And I know if I stay with him, it's going to be opportunities. And that's what we do.
When you caught that ball, did you see the whole wide?
Yeah, it was wide open.
Why does it work when you've had to be patient all year, when all year we've talked about your connection? Why in the money moment does it always work?
Well, I'm just grateful it worked. I'm excited about it. That's how it is. When I come out the games, they're going to be rolling 2 people my way the whole game. And but I know as the game go on, we're going to be able to present opportunities. And it's just all about being positive, staying poised, trusting in your belief, letting the game come to you. And today, in the clutch moment, I know I was going to have opportunity to make a play.
Did you feel you've grown in that regard? Like learning how to deal with that?
It's my job.
What about dealing with adversity? You had a tough week. How were you able to stay in the moment as you said?
Well, I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm a kid who walked on to Central Michigan. Adversity is nothing to me. I'm used to it. As my mom, she'll tell you.
Antonio, based on some of the coverages, double and triple team you saw today, were you surprised they left you 0 coverage at that moment on you?
No, I knew we was gonna have opportunity for that type of for that 0 coverage. I think a couple plays earlier in the drive, I think I had in the same formation. I had an out and up on the guy, and I had a step on him. And I think the DB knew. So when he saw I motion back to that same formation, I seen him get back in regards to the last play, and I knew once I was able to get inside, I would be able to run away from him.
The Cincinnati writers this week were saying that William Jackson can cover you and he can shut you down. How good is he, and how did the game develop that way?
Well, he's a great player, young competitor. Everyone want to shut me down. It's their job to try to shut me down, and it's my job to beat those guys. So today we got the better of the matchup.
What's been the difference for this team in the last 2 weeks?
I think we're hungry. We got to start to hit our rhythm. If we understand and want to achieve our goals and playing January football, we know we're going to have to beat AFC opponents. And today felt really good to get that win.
Was this the same level of physicality that usually takes place in this?
Absolutely. A lot of big hitting. James Conner was running the guys, bulldozing guys. Obviously, there's a lot of talk, but that's Cincinnati ball.
What did Ben say when he came in the huddle? Because like you said, there was enough time and there were enough timeouts that you felt like you guys could score.
He just said, let's do it. Let the group know we've been in this situation numerous of times. It's time to do it. And everyone believed, and we got it done.
Did you feel like they left you too much time?
So what?
Did you feel like they left you too much time on the clock?
I mean, we can't control the situation we was in. We just got to respond to the situation.
What was it like in the room after the game with Ryan Shazier?
Well, it was heartfelt. Ryan's one of the unique players, a unique individual. He's one of the guys who let us know, it's bigger than football. To see him go through this journey, and regardless of his journey, it give a lot of us courage, inspiration. To see him walk around and smile, and then I know he felt good about what we was able to do for him today.
Ben joked that this is James Conner's last game. Do you expect another running back this week to join you?
We'll see. We need another explosive arsenal so we could put it in our clip.
Have you heard from him? Have you communicated with him at all?
See how it goes.
Thank you, AP.
That's it.
Snap, blitz, picked up, throws it down the right sideline. That pass will be caught.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Juju Smith-Schuster. He took it away from Darquez Denard. Literally took it away.
What a play by Juju. What a play. I mean, he just ran a seam, run down the seam, out of the slot.
It's not a touchdown, but it's close. First and goal at the 1. They rule it down short of the goal line. I thought he got in.
I thought he got in too.
No, he was down at the 1. I got to tell you something, though. When they came out of that roll. No, he fell on the body. He didn't touch the ground. Oh, he did fall on the body. He fell on Denard.
All right, he fell on Denard, and he rolled it to the end zone. Somersault to the end zone.
The previous play is under review.
I think it's a touchdown. You're right. I believe so, Billy. Steelers go I. Connor gets the call. Near sideline. A devastating block. Up the sideline. 15-10. Takes on a man. Stumbles. Gets to the goal line. And they have him down at the half-yard line. Bates kept him from getting to the end zone.
Great
What a block. Huh?
Marquise Pouncey. Man, you show that athleticism. He snaps the ball, and then he's following David DeCastro. David DeCastro hooks the outside guy. Pounce goes up. Gets the
76 reports is eligible. 76 is eligible.
25-yard run by Connor. First and goal at the 1 as the Steelers attempt to forge back ahead in this one.
Be in a good position to at least win this game.
Yeah, I mean, when number 7 is back there, there's no doubt in our minds at all. You just look at him, his composure, he's been in that moment before, and it's nothing to him. So, try my best to do my job, and I know he was going to make a play.
Speaking of doing your job, I think you did pretty well today.
We got to look at the film, you know. I'm happy right now because we won, but I got to go check the film out and see what mistakes we need to correct.
The play you didn't get into the end zone, it looked like from video replay, and at least in the press box, that you did. Did you think you got in?
I thought I did, but you know, so on me to just stay up. You know, if I would have stayed up on my feet and walked in, then I'd have left no doubt. So that's one of those plays I wish I could, get a run, get a finish at that again. But everything's not going to be perfect.
How much momentum does a win like this give you against a division opponent, where you guys were, and now heading into the bye week?
Yeah, just felt like a must-win for us. Going into the bye week, it's nice to get a victory, and now we're going to heal up, get our bodies back, and get ready for the second half of the season.
Was it a little more emotional game out there for you guys because of what happened here last year?
Yeah, for sure. We're having Shazier with us. He walked out with us and he walked in with us. Just to see him walking out there, you just look at him and that's all the motivation you need.
Gun from his 24. Since he shows blitz, handoff, and there's Connor weaving his way up over the 25 to 30. They can't get him down. 35-40, and he's finally hauled down at the 40-yard line. A 16-yard run by James Conner. Sean Williams got him to the ground.
Did you see what he did to Jesse Bates? I mean, he put the forearm and his shoulder right in the Jesse Bates, the free safety, and sent him for a ride.
What a run. Zooks, man, he put the shoulder into the, who was it?
I thought it was Jesse Bates.
I think it was Sean Williams.
You think it was Sean Williams?
Whoever it was, he got trucked. And he gets exactly.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was Sean Williams, 36.
That's his 100th yard rushing on 8 and empty. 2nd and 10. Throws a pass. It's complete. Loose in the secondary. Antonio Brown. 35, 30, 25. Block at the 20. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. What a job by Antonio Brown getting loose in the secondary, and finally the Bengals catch him. William Jackson forced him out. They're calling it the 13-yard line.
Well, AB split to the right. They're in man coverage, and the Bengals blitz Vincent Ray from the outside. And when Ben sees Vincent Ray coming, he immediately, his eyes went right to AB, and he hit him perfect on that quick slant. And then AB just outran everybody down to the 12-yard line or the 15-yard line?
I think they got him at the 13. And we have an injured Bengal. Is that a Bengal or a Steelers player?
You're right, Billy, on the 13.
Yep, 13, and that's a 48-yard pass, Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. He's fun to watch when he's...
Slowly and casually, like you knew what was going to happen.
You know what? Goodness gracious, give the glory to the Lord. That was fun. You know, when they scored, to look up and see 3 dots by your thing with 3 timeouts and 122. Say if they're going to score now, so they can give us some time. And you know, there's just no real panic. Talk to Danny Smith before the drive. Tell me what yard line you need. You know, because really the thought is just get us in the field goal range and win it that way. But things happen differently sometimes. Yeah, my mouth was crazy dry. It was unbelievable. Sometimes you just gotta take a breather.
What yard line did you need?
What's that?
What yard line did you need?
He wanted 32 was a number.
Ben, talk about that, the touchdown play.
Yeah, they blitzed everybody. Had a great play call, and really it was once I saw them starting to roll down into a zero, I knew what they were doing. I mean, if they weren't, they were disguising it, but it was catch the ball, deliver it, and let the rest happen. And you know, it's one of those ones that once you're playing out in your mind, and I knew they were going zero, and it was in my head this could be a touchdown. I mean, worst case scenario, you know, we're moving the chains and getting some yards, but there's a really good chance that he's going to score on this play as long as I do my part and get him the ball. And you know, everyone did awesome. Justin Hunter was a guy there that huge play on his part by running up through there and clearing it out for him.
And was the key to get it out of your hand as quick as possible at that point when you saw him going down?
As quick as you can, accurately. You know, you want to make sure you don't miss the throw. But yeah, when you see that look, it's how fast can I get him the ball.
You connected with Juju several times in that drive. What did you guys have working there?
Well, we've been doing it for a while. Juju works the middle of the field. He works some out stuff. He creates mismatch problems. Got one right over top of Burfict's head there at the end, and that was fun because I could see Juju as he was running past him. I was like thinking in my head, Juju, turn around, I'm ready to throw it, and dropped it right over his head, and he did the rest.
And the zero coverage touchdown, is that film study or is that just experience on your part?
You saw him bringing everybody down, and you know, the play we had called worked out, was going to work good. And that's why he went to that side, not the other side.
Were they thinking stop the field goal?
I don't know. I assume that it's how can we get the ball out of my hand fast, sacks, things like that.
How many times do you think you went to something other than your first option?
A lot. Check downs, tight ends. You know, I'd have to go back and look at it, but I mean a lot more than I could give you a number on. You know, it's just sometimes that's what happens when they cover things and guys just keep moving and making plays. From the second play of the game, I think the first read wasn't there. We just, to me, when things like that happen, that's O-line protecting, no sacks on the road against a really good pass rush. That's kudos to them.
What were you thinking on the incomplete third down? Were you thinking end of drive? What were you thinking?
Which one? I'm sorry.
That they called defense holding.
Well, I knew, you know, once I rolled, I knew you're going to go for it on fourth down, but once I rolled out, it was right in front of me. I saw the whole play happen, so I knew that there was going to be, you know, it's kind of not a free play, but I saw the flag being thrown and everything. So I'm more mad I missed Juju because we could have declined the penalty and picked up, you know, a big chunk of yards there.
Lineman said you got out on says they gave us too much time.
They're not supposed to give those kind of tidbits out. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, on the sideline before we went out, I told the guys, this is what legacies are made of for all of us. Let's go take care of business. And that's what makes it fun.
What is it about the Bengals and last minute victory? The way you're doing that here is special.
Man, I don't know. My best friend Jamie Cooper's from here, and he's getting married, and he said he's not gonna be able to have the wedding here. So it's I don't know. It's, you know, it's AFC North football. It's just a lot of fun to win here.
And what's it do for an offense? James is breaking tackles, Donald is breaking tackles. Does that build momentum? Kind of emotion?
There were a lot of plays like that tonight. I know on the one sideline, Vance broke a tackle by Burfict, and then other guys, and James was breaking tackles. That gets guys going. You know, it gets you juiced up that guys are being physical, and it's a lot of fun to see. Guys aren't going to quit on plays, and James, I thought he was a bowling ball today. He was all over the place. What a great game! But you know, I know it's his last game for us, so because Le'Veon's coming back. But I thought he did well in his last one.
Ben, you were one of the first to go visit Ryan in the hospital after last year. Describe your emotions.
No, don't get me going. You know, walking off the field with him was emotional. Just because, you know, obviously what happened and what he means to us and this team. And, you know, it's I mentioned in the prayer afterwards that we're thankful. Obviously thankful that he is walking now and doing things, and obviously he's not to where he wants to be and playing football again, but just the fact that he's able to walk and we can see him walk off that field and walk off with him, it was special. I mean, this is a place that we'll always remember, not just for football, but for life.
Are you sure it's Connor's last game?
I don't know. That's just what I've heard.
Anybody heard anything from him?
Nope, I'm just going off what I hear from reports from you guys.
A game like this, in the moment, I'm sure you're not really thinking about it a whole lot, but knowing the difference between winning and losing, what it means in the standings, especially the AFC North, what was it like to come out with a victory, knowing there's the consequences of getting to the loss?
Standings, I mean, that is what it is. I don't know where we stand in terms of how many games out of front. That's whatever. We just got to win football games. We didn't have a very good September. We got to play better in October. We're going to enjoy this win, AFC North football, and have a little bye, get a little rest, and get ready to go.
Anyone else?
Thanks, guys.
Comes and a quick pop over the middle, running free. That's Antonio. 10-5, touchdown Pittsburgh. You gotta be here.
Oh, baby.
Unbelievable.
All out blitz. Ben hot read to AB coming from his left split end. He comes in motion, gets right behind Justin Hunter, and as the blitz comes, he shows a quick slant, and you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz.
Let's keep our eyes on the Escalooser as Bengal faithful descend into the Ohio River. A 31-yard touchdown pass from Ben to AB, and it couldn't come at a more critical time, not only in this game, in the season.
We saw the blitz coming, Billy. They didn't.
Pittsburgh calls it second
They
timeout.
definitely
This will be a
telegraphed.
30-second timeout.
All-out blitz. Ben made them pay.
Quick pop over the middle. Antonio loose in the secondary where he's fun to follow, and he scampered for the score.
What a play.
Ben is over 300 yards passing. Goal at the half-yard line, and the give is off the left side. James Conner plows into the end zone for the Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown, his 6th of the year, and we've got some milling and shoving after the play.
And loitering.
Montez Burfict, shouldn't surprise you, is in the middle of it.
Some milling and loitering.
Millage, loitering, abuse of carcass, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things going on there. The big Ragu pulled Dave DeCastro off, acted as a peacemaker. Good move.
Yeah. Was it Perfect that started that one?
I couldn't see. It was too much millaging.
Milling.
No, millaging.
What's millaging?
That's the bumping and rubbing of milling.
Franchise quarterback, Hall of Fame type quarterback, you always got a shot. That's why, teams give up so much in the draft. They want that guy. We have one of those guys, and Ben is a guy that makes it happen. As I said before, he's surgical. He's a general out there. So if he's out there, we got a shot every week.
Ramon, was there a little more?
What is it about? I don't know. Ben's from Ohio. Ben's from Ohio. I don't know if it's a thing, but it's nothing over them. It's just we executed. They're a really good team, but today we had the ball last.
Can you describe your feelings? It's been a little over 10 months. Obviously, the last time you guys were here with Ryan and seeing him walk on the field today.
I mean, for me, it just reminds me of the strides that he made. A guy that's going in, grinding every day, rehabbing, just being able to get back walking again is crazy. And the strength that it really took for him to be able to come back here. I know if it was me, I probably wouldn't have been tough enough to be able to come back here.
How inspiring has his efforts since that day been for you guys?
I mean, everything about Ryan is inspiring. I mean, besides the injury, he was inspiring before the injury, so now it just adds to it.
Much different feel with you guys from the first couple weeks of the season. Now you go into the bye, you're over 500, just a half game out.
Nah, man, I'm just happy to get a win. So long as we keep stacking wins, everything's going to be okay.
We're just trying to be a group on the rise. As simple as that. We're not going to overlook an opponent. We understand this is going to be a gritty game, and they were leading the division. And we just had to dig ourselves out of the hole. I know our September wasn't perfect by any means, and we just understand we got to dig ourselves out now, one game at a time. And we just knocked off one of our AFC North opponents, and now we got two more coming up.
Do you feel like you got a little momentum now? That got some traction, got your feet under you a little bit?
I don't look at momentum. I just think we got to take it one game at a time. You can build on stuff, but to say one game's going to be indicative of the next, that's not fair to the next opponent.
you guys are able to pull out wins in difficult situations?
I don't know, man. Guys just sticking together. Like I just said, it's always a dogfight here. It's always tough. We got a great D-line, great offense. I mean, it's always tight for some reason, you know. They make those goal line stops to make it close. They make the fourth down stop or the third down stops. We got to kick a field goal and they go up. It's like this game always happens to be close. And it's just the way it is.
Ben, you've been on other teams. What's it like in the huddle here with a minute to go, 3 timeouts, you guys have the ball?
Yeah, we talk about it too, kind of on the sideline, and then here after the game, there's just never a doubt. Man, there's never doubt from any 11 guys that are on the field at any time, and it's something that you can't coach. You know what I mean? It's a mindset. It's trust. It's really, really special.
Ben and Ramon were saying that they looked up at the clock. Not you, but they did. And saw it's too much time for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, considering how hard Coach Tomlin keeps it on its practice and stuff in those situations, and always tells us we got to have a touchdown to win. It comes from the top.
I mean, I know Ben was saying and Ramon was saying, hey, there's too much time up there. Is that kind of how you guys all felt?
Yeah, just like I said, a minute and 20 seconds with 3 timeouts, that's a lot of time for us. We work in practice every time. I would say that 5 games, actually, we drove down for, winning field goal or touchdown. So, for us, being in the huddle is like, man, we've been here before, we've done this, let's go down and score.
Did you know that play would be open with AB there? Did you guys have a
Yeah,
feeling
cover
that...
0, corners on me. You got the safety outside of me, linebacker playing over the running back, and stack high, but the ball's going to AB. Like I said, moments like that, GOATs come alive, and as you can see.
Connor gets the call. Connor up over the top. They haven't ruled. Yes, they ruled touchdown. Yeah. The line judge is the guy who finally made the call from the near sideline. He came running in and said, I think that's chalk. Touchdown, James Conner, second of the game.
Well, that was like that counter 15 straight that we used to run with, or the 35 straight with the lead. You had Roosevelt Nix shifting to the right like it was going to be a lead to the right. David DeCastro pulled from his right guard to the left side, and James Conner does a great job of following into the end zone.
Conner stands to his left in the gun. Shotgun snap, he's back. Steps up, waits, throws the check down. That's McDonald running up the field, breaks a tackle, breaks another, 40, 45. They take a ride to the 50. This guy is amazing.
Billy, he is a freight train. He runs an out cut, and he's in the slot to the left, and he just goes to the outside. Ben steps up in the pocket, gets him, and the first guy he runs over, that's Vontez Burfict. The second guy he eludes, that was Drake Denard, and finally brought down by the third guy.
Remember, we met his mom and dad yesterday,
right.
Chaluch, huh?
Yeah.
You can tell his dad's a big man.
And that protector gets a fake. Big rush and a sack for Stephon Tuitt. Back outside the 40, make it the 45-yard line.
Stephon Tuitt does a great job of working on Redmond, the right guard, and he just blows right past him. And you know what? We thought we'd see more of this because we thought that it'd be a great, easy, I should say easy, but Redmond is a good matchup for Stephon Tuitt because Stephon is such a power rusher.
Man, that's big-time AFC North football. Man, we're humbled to be a part of this series. We respect it. We realize it's good for the game of football. And you just saw why it's good for the game of football. It's 2 teams, man, competing their tails off, man, for 60 minutes and fighting for a lot of things. Keep it real simple today, though, is victory. And we were able to get that done. I'm appreciative of a lot of efforts in all 3 phases. We made some plays. We missed some plays. That's life. It's good to learn why you win. And hopefully we're finding our rhythm. Hopefully that is a signature of our game moving forward, that we can learn why we win. I'm appreciative of it today. Don't have a lot on the injuries. I'm sure there's some bumps and bruises associated with play. Just really good to be back in this building and be back in this building with Ryan Shazier and him walk that walk with us. We just love and respect Ryan. We've learned a lot from his struggle since the last time we've been here. He's inspired us. Hopefully he's inspired many outside of us. Just good to get a win today. Good to have him with us. Questions?
Can you talk about that that hug that you guys had in the pregame and what was going through your mind, your emotions there?
It's a lot of those moments, man. It was the first home game. It was when we went to training camp in Latrobe. You know, it happens every now and then. Some things are bigger than football, obviously, and this is one of them.
Mike, obviously you're in the moment, but what type of appreciation do you have seeing your guys go to work there on that game-winning drive and pull it out?
You know, I'm not surprised by it. You know, those guys relish the opportunity to rise up in those moments, whatever those moments are. I thought 3 timeouts was significant. Not surprised when 7 and company deliver.
Mike, why not challenge James Conner play down at the goal line after the 25-yard run?
I didn't see it. You know, you don't get opportunities at replay in visiting stadiums.
Mike, could you talk about what comes over Ben in those last, 90 seconds or something like that?
It's probably not what comes over him. He's probably just, himself when others aren't in those moments, because he's been in it so many times. He's built for it, and because of that, we're built for it.
Can you describe Antonio Brown's touchdown there? Obviously, you guys are already in field goal range.
Just two guys that have made a lot of plays together, that added to their portfolio. You guys have talked a lot about plays that they haven't made thus far. Talk about this one.
Mike, your offensive line, I don't think Ben was touched much today, let alone sacked. Can you talk a little bit about the job they did?
Man, they did an awesome job. Dunlap and Atkins and company, we talked about them at the top of the week. There's a reason why that group's 4-1 coming into this game, and that front has got a lot to do with it. We've been in some real battles with them, and can't say enough about, Al and Gilbert and company standing up in the face of those guys, the interior people. Geno's one of the league leaders in sacks, and for an interior guy, that just speaks to his talent. Can't say enough about their efforts, not only in the passing game, but we had some alleys in the run game as well, and I thought that was critical in terms of us being in manageable third downs where those guys don't get an opportunity to make the type of splash that we've seen them make at the end of recent games, like, the game in Miami, for example. You got to stay on schedule versus these guys. It's advantage to them when you're not, and so there's a lot of reasons why to be excited about the efforts of the men up front.
Mike, how would you describe the game James had?
It was appropriate, man. He had a look in his eye, man. He had a good week's work. James just wants to put his hand in the pile and be one of the reasons why we're successful. He wants to prove that. Like a lot of young guys, Juju wants to prove that. And they're getting opportunities to do it, and they're delivering.
Anyone else? The feeling from a couple weeks, everything can change. Describe the feeling going into the bye week here. You look like a much different football team than earlier in the season.
We're the same team, with the same warts, trying to get better. But it's more fun to do that with a W.